The Bottelnek Pass is a steep gravel pass in a remote part of the Eastern Cape, roughly 25 kilometers from Elliot. The 4-kilometer long pass has an altitude variance of 193 meters to summit at 2,204. This produces an average gradient of 1 in 26, with the steepest sections being at 1 in 5. In wet weather, non-4-wheel drive vehicles will have traction issues. It snows regularly on this pass during winter, and the usual snow driving cautionaries apply. Although this pass can be driven in a normal sedan, we would rather recommend a high-clearance vehicle and definitely a 4x4 in rainy or muddy conditions. The road starts climbing quite steeply up the western side of the valley, and the mountains loom ever closer on either side. The scenery here is wild and unsullied, leaving the traveller with a sense of complete isolation. There are a total of 10 bends along the northern ascent, with several crossings of minor streams. Regardless of which direction you drive this pass, you'll be in for a visual treat, as the access roads take the traveller through some beautiful Eastern Cape landscapes of swiftly flowing rivers, green grass-covered hillsides, towering mountains with spectacular sandstone outcrops in weird and wonderful shapes, with tall poplar trees and evergreens lining the roadside. The Bottelnek Pass is so named for the valley which closes up at its eastern end, forcing the road northwards over the mountain. The summit point of 2,204 meters is reached at the 2-kilometer mark, where there is space and a fairly level roadway to take in the grand scenery. This is a special place, and one that you'll remember for many years. It's a stark reminder that a vehicle breaking down on this road might not be noticed for several days, as the traffic volume is very low, perhaps 2 to 3 vehicles per week at best. It's worth noting that the farm Singleton lies at the foot of the pass, which is only 2 kilometers away, which is not a difficult walk, and downhill all the way should you require assistance. There are tractors on the farm. It would be risky in the extreme to drive this pass in bad weather, and possibly even deadly in snow, as the road is quite basic and the banking is frequently to the wrong side. Without protective barriers, a vehicle will easily slide off this road in snow and end up at the bottom of the gorge. The descent begins immediately after the summit, via an S-bend with fairly easy gradients. The road then bends gently towards the right, taking the heading into the southwest, and the road starts getting steeper at 1 in 7. The road then follows the contours of a nose of the mountainside via a gentle right-hand bend until the 2.8 kilometer point, where the horseshoe bend begins. It swings through a big arc of 170 degrees into the northeast, forming the first of 2 switchback sections along the descent. Far below in the valley, the outbuildings of the Singleton farm can be seen. This straight section descends for 300 meters at a slight gradient, which is virtually level. Towards the end of this leg, you'll need to negotiate the sharpest bend of the pass, which has a very tight radius and rotates through 160 degrees, bringing the heading into the west-southwest. A fairly long and slow descent at a gradient of 1 in 7, which is 1,8 kilometers long, takes one to the crossing of the Bottelnek Strait via a low-level concrete bridge. You now have an easy and beautifully scenic 10-kilometer drive out of the Bottelnek Valley to rejoin the tarred R58. Along this exit road, you'll pass through beautiful farms, including Singleton, Sonskane, Rosehill, and finally Red Brook.